Most people believe AI feels difficult because they don't know enough about it. They assume the problem is skill, not knowing the right prompts, not using advanced workflows, not understanding the tools deeply. But in reality, AI feels heavy for a much simpler reason. Every time you open it, you're starting from nothing. A blank chat. No context, no direction, no structure. And blank starts are mentally expensive because a blank screen forces decisions. What am I doing? What do I ask first? How detailed should I be? What format do I need? Am I explaining enough? Am I explaining too much? Before the AI even responds, your brain has already worked. And that invisible effort is what makes AI feel exhausting. Watch what usually happens. You open ChatGPT, you pause for a second, you type something small, delete it, you rewrite it differently, delete again. You hesitate not because you lack ideas, but because you're unsure how to begin. And hesitation kills momentum faster than bad results ever could. Because friction doesn't appear at the end. It appears at the start. And when the start feels heavy, people subconsciously avoid the tool. They don't say, AI is bad. They just stop opening it. Professionals almost never start from scratch. Writers don't invent structure every time they open a document. Designers don't redesign their workspace for every project. Developers don't create new systems for every task. They reuse frameworks. Not because they can't think, but because reducing decisions preserves energy. Predictable beginnings make complex work feel lighter. AI is no different. But most people treat every AI session like a brand new experience. And new experiences demand attention. Attention costs energy. Energy creates resistance. Resistance makes AI feel harder than it actually is. The breakthrough for me was simple. I stopped trying to improve results. I focused on improving the beginning. Instead of starting blank, I created one repeatable entry into AI. Not a magical prompt, a consistent starting structure. The same opening every time, because once the start is predictable, the brain doesn't need to warm up. It just moves. Here's the structure I always use. 3 pieces of context. What I'm doing, what I want, what format I need. Every time. No creativity at the start. No overthinking. No optimization. Just a fixed entry point. The same doorway into the tool. And suddenly, I stopped feeling like effort. It started feeling like momentum. The reason this works isn't technical. It's psychological. Your brain prefers familiarity over flexibility. When something is familiar, it doesn't require evaluation. When it doesn't require evaluation, it doesn't feel heavy. And when something doesn't feel heavy, you use it consistently. Consistency is what turns I into leverage, not intelligence, not power, habit. People search for better prompts because they believe better prompts produce better outcomes. But most of the time, prompt quality isn't the bottleneck. Starting friction is. If it takes effort to begin, you won't even reach the part where prompts matter. And worse, the more prompts you collect, the harder the beginning becomes. Because now every session starts with another decision. Which prompt should I use? Choice replaces action. And action is what actually creates progress. Experts understand something beginners don't. The goal isn't perfect inputs. The goal is fast momentum. That's why they limit variables. They remove decisions. They create defaults. They standardize the beginning. Because speed doesn't come from intelligence, it comes from reduced hesitation. AI becomes powerful only when the start becomes automatic. Now, when I open AI, I never think about how to begin. I paste my structure. The AI understands the context instantly. I get output immediately. And even if the first answer isn't great, I'm already moving forward. I react instead of hesitating. Momentum replaces doubt. This is the part most people miss. AI doesn't need to be perfect to be useful. It just needs to remove the hardest step, starting. Once something exists on the screen, you can refine it, improve it, edit it, redirect it. But without a predictable start, you never get to that stage. You stay stuck at the blank page. So if AI feels slow, confusing, or difficult, it's rarely the model. It's the beginning. Remove the blank. Standardize the entry. Use one familiar starting frame every time. AI becomes easier, not because it changes, but because your workflow does. This channel is about building calm systems around AI. Not hype, not endless prompts, not chasing tools. Just simpler ways to make powerful technology feel natural to use. If that's useful to you, subscribe for the next video.